What's up, people? My name is Jonathan. Welcome to Mix It Up. Today we're unboxing shit. So I got a box today and I'll let that show it all. This is an amplifier. So which amplifier is it? Well, we'll soon find out. So let's get rid of the staples of death. In case I need to send the box back, otherwise I'll just rip it open. So while I'm unboxing this, tell you a little bit of a story how I got this box. So I've been looking at making a tone change for one of my bands, and although I love my Kemper, I want to go tube. Kemper is a great piece of equipment and I think it's one of the best for me if I'm not playing a tube amp. But why play went somewhere? Why play the reproduction when you can play the original, you know? So I said I'm gonna find my tone and get the real thing. My band colleague bought a Friedman BE50 Deluxe and I just love the tone. It's an awesome amp. And I knew right there and then that's kind of my tone. But on the other hand, I didn't want to play the same amp as him, and quite honestly, I don't have 3,600 euros to pay for an amp because it's not expensive, it's not cheap. It's bloody good, but it's bloody expensive. So I found what I think not only is an amp which sounds in that range, but it has its own little character. And it's good to have two amps that are not identical on stage because they do complement each other when they're slightly different. So I did a search. I narrowed it down to 3 amps. Obviously the Friedman BE50 was out. There's an amp called a Runt 50, which is kind of a low-cost version of the BE50. I've seen A/B comparisons, and it's supposed to be not that far behind the BE50, if not almost indistinguishable. Problem is, and that's the problem with Friedman amps, it's not very switchable. And you know, it's really two channels, but you have to switch the third channel by hand. You know, for a singing guitarist where I need to just hit one button and change, it's not for me. The next option was the Mesa Boogie Triple Crown 50, which is a pretty awesome amp too. But again, expensive. I found one online that was just in my price range and the guy sold it to somebody else. So I lost my chance there. And then there's the other option is this. And I thought it wasn't an option because I tried online to find this amp, even though it's on their website and everything. And I've seen reviews online. I couldn't find it. So I got fed up and I just called Diezel. And I said, Diezel, and I called the number and I got the owner of Diezel. And we spent 25 minutes talking real cool shit about what he does and about trading ideas and so on. And he says, I'll sell it to you. We have them, but we don't really sell them through normal retail because they don't sell that much. But no problem, give me your name, I'll sell it to you. So I bought this from the owner of Diezel. Amazing. So it's called a Diezel Paul. So I'm opening it up now. That's nice. That's a spare, that's a spare fuse. Comes with a nice little sticker, Diezel. Comes with a cable, which is in the box here, and it comes with the amp. So it comes smells lovely. It's a Diezel Paul. So it's basically what they call a 2.5 channel amp. You have bass, treble, middle, control plus volume and gain for all 3 channels, for 2 of the channels, and the 3rd channel you only have gain and volume. I can live with that. You know, I only really use a clean and a dirty channel, and occasionally I use like a kind of heavy metal tone, and I can live with the tone. I can't adjust the tone. It has 2 masters, which is nice. It has reverb control for channel 1 and for 2 and 3 combined. I can also live with that. And apparently the reverb on this is supposed to be pretty darn awesome. It has master presence and deep, what some amps call resonance, I guess. And what's the lovely thing about this? It's MIDI controllable. So you can store up to 128 MIDI presets in this thing, which I think is pretty darn awesome. So we'll play around with that. It also has a mute control. I'm not sure how useful that is. So and with MIDI you can also control the loop on and off. So I can do a lot of my tone changes by just having a multi-effects channel and then turning on and off the loop when I go from clean to dirty, which is really nice. And I can pretty much do a lot of the stuff I do with my Kemper remote, I can do via MIDI. So let's look on the back of this thing. So it's got MIDI in and through. Through is nice because maybe I want to put MIDI in here and then send a MIDI signal to an auxiliary device. It's nice to have that. It has this Columbus thing. It's some special switch that is proprietary to Diezel apparently, where you can just plug like an XLR jack in and you can do a lot of switching. I won't be using that. I'll be going full MIDI. It has a tube fuse, and it came separately, so I assume what I would do is just take this fuse and put it in there. I assume. Yep. So fuse is in there now. Send and return. And it has a parallel and a serial loop, which is nice, and a volume. It's pretty cool. It has its own special switch. It's kind of, I guess it's similar to this Engel thing, where you plug in just a normal guitar jack type of cable, and you can do a lot of switching. It's some sort of special proprietary thing. Speaker outs. Other than that, not many frills, but really the MIDI part, the fact that it's supposed to sound pretty darn good. And it's 45 watts, 300 watt amps for the type of hobby musicer that we are. It's really not you don't need 100 watts. So 45 is perfect. I can turn it up quite loud for what we play and get the tubes warm. So I'm looking forward to trying this one out. What I'll probably do is do a tryout with this, and I might, if all goes well, I'll try and do an A/B, or do a comparison between the Diezel Paul and the Friedman BE50 Deluxe, which is about double the price, almost double the price of this thing. So if you want one of these Diezel Pauls and you look online and can't find it, at least in Europe or in Germany, don't despair. Contact Diezel, talk to the guys there, and they'll sort you out like they did with me. They even shipped it to me at no cost, so I'm really happy with that. So very happy to have this. It's my first brand new amp I ever had, tube amp that is, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. So more to come. Hope you enjoyed unboxing shit here on Mix It Up, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe.